Okay, this is all you need to make a lap joint. You can replace this with the circular saw, but I'm going to show you real quick how to do it. The tips on this piece of wood. All right, you got to mark out where you're cutting. And what I like to use is a razor blade with the square. So I take my razor blade, and you always, if you pencil in your mark on the wood first, put the razor blade on the pencil line, bring your square up to it, then you're right where you need to be. And let's just say, we're just making this up, so we're going to go that far by this far, okay, and then coming across this way, you just measure it out. Doesn't really matter. Put it in there. And always when you do razor blade, go light, press lightly, and then each pass go ahead and get more and more firm, and you will carve this out, and you get what is called a knife wall. Okay, if you want to go all the way around, you can. Again, put your razor blade in the notch, bring that up to the notch lightly, a little firmer, okay. Go again, lightly. I don't honestly do the whole way around. I'll just do enough to get myself a square cut. So now, I don't know if you can see, but there is this knife wall. And if you're doing this in a hardwood, sometimes I'll even go as far as to dig that out. So I leave this edge really crisp. Just lightly do that. You're not pressing hard at all. Especially like if this was going to be showing and you wanted it to be extra sharp looking, do this. Otherwise, you'll get a lot of tear out, and it won't be very crisp looking. This is for furniture stuff. I don't know what your application is or not, but this is how I do it. So go along and do both sides. Just real light. Okay. And then for doing this left-handed, there, for time's sake, we'll go ahead and I just clamp it down. So then, let's see, this might be better if you can see it like this. So there's that knife wall, and you can hold your blade right up in that notch that you created, right up to the knife wall. Don't let it go on top of your knife wall, just right up to it. And then you can go ahead and saw down. sleeve line in this situation. Okay. Okay, there. In most of these lap joint situations, it's not going to matter if you go beyond your line a little bit, but you don't want to go too much, or else then when you put it together, your piece that you notch it in with, they won't be level across the top. So get that in there. And then this is crucial when using the chisels, is the bevel. It doesn't matter if you go this way or this way. Just know that the bevel will drift. In this situation, it's going to drift towards me. If I flip it around, it's going to drift away from me, and it will drift. So what I like to do when I get this, I'll just bulk out. I'll just start halfway. Camera's probably gonna go crazy here. Just give it a good whack, and you'll just bulk out the majority of it. Go about, well, in this situation, I'd probably go about, there's an 1/8 inch left. Bulking out, okay? So now you got the majority of it bulked out. You want to keep a nice edge, just depending on how you're using this. Start taking less and less off. And sometimes you don't even need, like I'm not even using a hammer now. I'm just using my hand and my body weight to kind of shove it down. And you're trying your best to keep the chisel straight up and down. And you don't necessarily want to go all the way through. This is just going like butter, so I am accidentally going all the way through. But you'll go halfway, and then you want to flip it over, and this will keep this edge pristine. If you then go halfway on this side, if you go all the way through on both sides, push down all the way through, you're gonna get tear out, and it'll look bad. So there you go. And you just go about halfway. Not much. Flip it over. Go the rest of the way. There we go. And then when you get to the end of your saw marks, you can go ahead and start going down. Getting it out. Okay. So you can see there's a little tiny bit left on there. So just shave that up. And there you go. Quick, easy notching or lap joints. Another tip is make this distance here slightly narrower than you need it to be, because it's easier to shim or shave this off with the chisel and get a tight fit, or else if it's loose, the whole notch just doesn't work very well. And then, yeah, always sneak up on your joint. Don't try and just go for it. If I was to put this right on the line, when I was going straight down and just try and chunk it all at once, it would drift and I'd probably be down. It'd probably push me down like a 1/8 of an inch lower than I wanted to be by the time I was done. So bulk out the majority of it and then sneak up to your finish line. Hope this helps. Best of luck.